to La Vida Rosa. I'm your host Pinky, and today we're going to be talking about the Married at First Sight tell-all. But before I get into the tell-all, I do want to let you guys know this video is sponsored by Temu. Temu is a website where you can find various clothing items and other products. They have so many categories to choose from, amazing coupons that you could use. They're already affordably priced. There is a site-wide sale going on right now for 90% off, free shipping, and free returns for up to 90 days. Also, make sure you download the Temu app, and it is linked down below in the description, and you can get $100 worth of coupons for free. Also, make sure you use my code, which is right here, deal5629. Now I'm going to show you some of the items that I personally love from this site. Starting off with these tan platform sandals. I really think these are very cute. I feel like they will go with a variety of outfits. I really have been loving platform sandals lately. As you can see, they have the little detailing on it. I love me a strappy sandal. And the best thing about them is that they are only $12. As you can tell, I love neutral colors, and this is the type of purse that will go with any and everything. But it also has this very cute, colorful print strap. I love neutrals, but I love to have a pop of color or just something to make it stick out. This purse is a vintage style purse. It's a nice mid-sized purse. You can fit a good bit in it. It has a nice little zipper pocket here, and then two other pockets that you can stick your phone and something else in on the side. Next up is this cute black and white pattern romper. I feel like you could dress this up or dress it down. It's very flowy, and not to mention it ties up in the little bow in the back, which I think is so cute. I feel like it's very flattering to most body types. Yes, cute, girly, and all the things I love. Not to mention it is only $11. Next up are these ripped jeans. And they are distressed on both sides. They're straight leg, but they have almost like a little baggy look. They have pockets in the front and pockets in the back, and the quality is really good, especially for the price. They're really durable, and I feel like they're gonna last me a long time. Next up are these drawstring cargo pants, only $11. They are very comfortable, very breathable. They have the little side pockets, and they also have the pocket on the leg. They also have a pocket on the back. Not to mention they have a drawstring at the waist, and also have an elastic band at the waist, so comfortable at any size. And one of my favorite features is that they have a drawstring at the bottom, so you can wear them two different ways. Definitely perfect for casual wear. Next up, we have this orange overall short set. I actually have them on backwards in this video. I thought the zipper goes in the front, but it actually goes in the back. But I guess it goes to show you, you really could wear them either way, because I liked it with the zipper in the front. But yes, once again, very loose, very comfortable. They have two pockets on the sides and the zipper in the back. Yes, very cute and comfortable, and they're only $7. Next up, we have another very comfortable pair of pants. I love how the print is artsy and geometric, so it'll spice up any outfit. Some big pockets on the sides. They have an elastic band waist. Did I say how much I love the material? It just is so cool and comfortable. I like for my clothes to feel good when I wear them, and these are definitely that. I've always wanted one of these crossbody bags. They're almost like a little mini backpack. I'm one of those people, I love to be hands-free, so I could just stick my phone, my wallet, and everything in here. It has multiple pockets, nice quality hardware, by the way. There's also like a mini pocket in the front, so it's functional, very cute, and it comes in multiple colors, and it's only $7. This is a steal, not a deal. Now y'all see all of the nice things that Temu has to offer. I want you to go check out their website, check out those links down below, use my coupon code so you can get some money off. And without further ado, let's get into this review. Okay, y'all, I'm not gonna lie, this tell-all was like 2 hours, and really it could have just been 1 hour, okay? Because all the drama happened within like the first 15-20 minutes, and then they sprinkled a little something throughout that maybe I might have been interested in. But it's crazy how that 1 hour was way more interesting than this entire season of Married at First Sight, and I think we can all agree on that. So this is sort of like a where are they now type of thing. I don't know why they're calling it a tell-all. Doesn't 90 Day Fiance call their reunions tell-alls? Anyway, I always feel like Married at First Sight is in competition with 90 Day Fiance, and that's why they're trying to amp up the salacious drama. But anyway, we have D and Shanice, the Boston season. We have Tristan from Dallas. We have Henry from the New Orleans season. We have Mindy from DC, and a surprise pop-up from Steve, who is from the Boston season. And we had the wild card Lindsay from Boston, and we have Kirsten from San Diego. So I guess I'm gonna go through each person. Henry, we really didn't get much from Henry. He had a funny cute comment here and there, but really the main update we have on Henry is that he met his girlfriend through a dating app in the midst of his divorce. That was funny how he said it. You know, I saw that Henry was in a relationship a while ago when he posted it. I was happy for him then. I'm happy for him now. Hopefully he's getting as much as he's giving, because we saw how one-sided that relationship was when he was married on this show. I forgot her name, Christina. Yeah. And they brought up the fact that she accused him of being gay and everything else. Child, she took him through it, okay? But Henry is a class act to this day, and he has no hard feelings towards her. He hasn't talked to her since then, but honestly, good riddance, because Christina was a bit too much. So then we have Kirsten, who was married to Mitch. Had Henry not already been in a relationship, I feel like her and Henry could have made a good match. But she has told us that Ryan from Houston has slid in her DMs. It seemed like he has slid in everybody's DMs. Another person that has like sent her 24 DMs without even being responded to was Mark the Shark. Sound like Mark is pretty thirsty, because I don't think that's the first person that said that he slid in their DMs. Mark comes off as a clout chaser to me, and it seems like he really just wanted to be on TV. Yeah, that's what I get from him. We're going to talk a little bit more about him later on when we get to Lindsay. But regardless, I'm not even going based off what Lindsay says, just based off of like, why are you trying so hard to get somebody from Married at First Sight? And she literally told him, like, I don't want anyone from the Married at First Sight universe. So yeah, you can hop out my DMs real fast. Next, I'm going to talk about D and Shanice. First of all, let me say, Shanice looks amazing. The hair was big, beautiful, luscious, bundles, loved it. Her makeup, she just looked so refreshed and happy. Because usually when we see Shanice, she looks drugged down and tore down and long suffering and just down in the dumps. I would like to say it's because of her marriage. Now, they seem like they're in a much better place. They've been married for almost 6 years at this point. Their child is almost 5. They said that they were only together for 4 months before they got pregnant. So I can understand where the trials and tribulations came from in their marriage. They did everything so fast. They didn't even know each other, and then they got married, and then 4 months later they had a baby. So I could understand how that's a little bit too much to process at once. And they even said that they had broken up when she got pregnant, but they did the special the Married at First Sight after the wedding special, something like that, and Dr. Jessica gave them some tools of how to get through their marriage, because she was like, look, y'all might not stay married, but y'all definitely gonna have to co-parent at this point. But you know, everybody was giving Dr. Jessica her props. Everybody that worked with her was really holding her in high regard. They did bring up the fact that Dr. Jessica married one of the contestants on this show. And you know what, at this point, you know, they were defending her and saying that you know, she was not messing with him during the time that they were filming. Let's just go with that, because at this point they're married, and what can we do about that now? They've been through it, okay? He took her through the fire. He was one of those grooms that were not attracted to their wife. And D said that, you know, he got so much backlash that a woman actually smacked him in the face. That's not funny, because literally she assaulted him, and that's not cool, and you should not be putting your hands on people. But it was like, Shanice was like ready to book, like, when did this happen? Like, it's like, girl, I'm sure that happened a long time ago when y'all season aired. But yeah, he said he got smacked in the face, and it's like, I do think some of these fans get a little bit too invested. Like, yeah, D is not my cup of tea. Still to this day, because I watched y'all on Couples Couch, I watched y'all on that quarantine show, I watched pretty much everything they've been on, and D, you are the problem a lot of the time. I'm sorry. I just have to put it on you a lot of the time. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna walk up to the man and hit him in the face. Like, y'all do too much, okay? And if the man wanted to press charges, he could. Let's move on to Tristan. Now, I've been watching Married at First Sight since season 1, right? But for whatever reason, I never watched Tristan's season. So I'm watching this special. He's throwing in some really funny ad libs. Like, every time they pointed to him, he's saying something funny that makes me laugh. I did hear a little bit about his tumultuous relationship. I mean, he was matched up with someone who was literally arrested for credit card fraud and 3 counts of stalking right as they were about to travel for their honeymoon. And he almost got in trouble because they thought that he was smuggling her. Huge red flag. That's not even a red flag. That red flag is burning. It is torching the entire place, and you need to get out before you die of smoke inhalation, okay? That is something, like, you should automatically run. Do they not do background checks? Like, maybe she didn't give them her real name. I don't know. But she claimed it was a lie, and she claimed it was identity theft. She said she had never been to Baton Rouge, and that's where all the charges were. Turns out she used to live with the man in Baton Rouge. So she sounds like a piece of work. I will give him that. And so that's why I was confused when he said he would get DMs from people saying that he was an evil Jay-Z. I was like, what? It was funny at the time. I was like, what? So at this point in the show, I'm like, why do people hate him? Like, it seems like he was a victim in his relationship. He sounds like he's really funny. But then they played a clip that explained it all for me. Tristan said in this clip that his dating preference in women, he does not want to be with anyone darker than him. Tristan went on to play the victim and say how his family got threatened, how people would constantly ask them questions about this, how people made videos online saying that he was anti-black. He felt like he was misrepresented by editing. Very indignant on the fact that he's not anti-black or colorist, and because of his mother and because of his family members, he could never be that way. Didn't have any remorse for his comment at all. Was not apologetic about it. He doesn't feel like he was wrong for saying that. And then we went into this conversation about how women can have their preferences, but men are not allowed to say theirs. And Shanice came in and was defending him and saying, like, I don't understand why people's upset about that. The host was coming in, coddling him, my brother, and, you know, because he was full on sobbing and crying, right? But I was unmoved. You know why? Because your statement that was not cut up, they fully played what you said. You do not want to date someone darker than you. That is a colorist statement rooted in anti-blackness. So when people say that about you, it's because of that. And if that is not you, if that is not who you are, one, you should have apologized for that. But you feel that way, so stand in it. And then we see who you married to this day, someone that's lighter than you. It's true. I mean, like, you can't deny it. You said it. If you look up the definition of colorism, that's colorism. And honestly, that was the wrong host. I know Keisha was pregnant and possibly having her baby at this time, so she couldn't have conducted this conversation, but I feel like she would have gotten him together swiftly and professionally, because I'm not darker than him, but I was offended. So finally, let's move on to Mindy. I was happy to see Mindy happy. Mindy on her season, she suffered with Zach. Zach was never attracted to her. He never even wanted to move in with Mindy. Like, she didn't even have a chance. And so to find out that she's dating Steve, which I already knew she was dating Steve, that was not a surprise for me watching the show. They had posted pictures a while back, and I thought it was cute back then. You know, Steve has been split up with Noi for a year now. They're on bad terms, mainly because of Noi. She doesn't want to be on good terms with this man. We're going to get to Lindsay and how she was talking to him. she was dogging this man out and he was displaying extreme restraint, because there's plenty that he could say about Lindsay. He didn't even go there with her. He was just saying how, you know, I don't have a problem with you. I don't understand where this is coming from. But then Mindy goes into saying how they met. She reached out to him under the guise of professionalism, and she messaged him on LinkedIn. Now, I thought that was a professional website. I've been seeing a lot of people finding love on LinkedIn. I didn't know that's what that was for. That's cute or whatever, but I was like, LinkedIn, Mindy, really? It was concerning to me that she reached out to him first, because I'm not gonna act like I didn't side-eye Steve his season. Like, I did. I don't think that he's a bad person, but there's some things that he's a little bit evasive about, and I'm just like, okay. And she reached out to him first, and I don't know, it was almost as if Steve was like, when she reached out, I was like, hey, why not? We're both from Married at First Sight. She understands where I'm coming from. It's like, well, are you really interested in her though? You know, so I was a little bit concerned about that. She did ask him to come visit because they're long distance. They both stay on opposite sides of the country. My thing is, did we ever find out if Steve was employed or had money? Lindsay tried to say that he lived off of women and his parents, like he, you know, never has his own place. And he even said he was almost like a nomad. He traveled all over the country. And then when the host actually straight up asked him about it, he was like, yeah, what more do I have to say? And everybody started immediately defending him. And he was like, it's like we still didn't get a straight answer. Like, and, you know, I did feel bad because Mindy was in the middle of it all. She said he offers to pay for everything and they do split things. So maybe it's fine, but I'm not trying to give Lindsay any validity, but this is just something I've already been cautious about with Steve. But I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, okay? Because he ain't my man. So finally, let's move on to Lindsay. Now, first of all, when I first saw Lindsay, I'm like, clearly she did something to her face, injections, a facelift, like something. It's clearly like really tight and it's almost a little crooked. It's like very distracting, and I'm just like, Lindsay, you doing a lot of this when anybody could clearly point that out and embarrass you. Like, I'm very surprised that she's still gainfully employed as a nurse, because who would want to go to Lindsay when all she does is tell people business on a regular basis? Like, I would never want to go to Lindsay, because how do I know you ain't gonna run down the hallway and talk crap about me? You know what I'm saying? She says that she is in a relationship and she is currently living with someone that she met online. She said that Mark the Shark never stopped messaging her or calling her, and she went on and on about how she didn't want him and how she wanted him to stop messaging her. But why you ain't block him? Like, you could block him on everything and he'll never be able to reach out to you ever again, but you love the attention. She said before the show that he lost his job, he was evicted, and he had bed bugs. I wouldn't be surprised. I believe her on that. Like, he did seem like he didn't have his stuff together and like he just wanted to be on TV. She said that she had 2 jobs and she was taking care of his mother. She never misses the opportunity to give a low blow, because she did not have to say that part. She kept throwing jabs at Steve. I feel like Noi has been in her ear and winding her up so that she could be her attack dog, because Noi loves to throw the rock, hide her hand, and play the victim, even though she's the aggressor. Very passive aggressive, but the aggressor nonetheless, and very immature. And she knows that it's easy to get Lindsay wound up to fight her battles, and I feel like that's exactly what happened. But also, Lindsay is always on the verge of blowing up at somebody anyway. She needs to get some sort of mood stabilization going on, because nobody should always be on the edge like that. She was constantly taking jabs at Steve. She called him calculated and a lying piece of trash, a master manipulator. And at first she was like, yeah, but I'm not gonna talk about it. Like, I could say what I want to say, but I'm not gonna talk about it. Like, girl, say what you got to say or keep it on the playground. She finally said that she felt like he tried to coach Alyssa. Y'all remember Alyssa, the good person? I'm such a good person. He felt like he was trying to coach her, when really Steve said he was just trying to say that, like, you can redeem yourself if you actually take accountability. But she took that as him trying to coach her on how to, I don't know, get clout. She said he forced Noi to pay his rent, That clearly came from Noy. He claimed that's not true and low-key threatened to sue her for slander if she kept saying it. She said that he coached Mark to make Lindsay look like a bully, but girl, you have no accountability whatsoever. You made yourself look like a bully. You constantly hit blows with that man for absolutely no reason. Even when he was not trying to defend himself, you make yourself look bad. You do this to yourself. Don't put that on anybody else but you. She tried to say, oh yeah, I like Mindy, but he's using her to clout chase for more attention, and that he's only on this special because he needs a paycheck and a place to live. This little paycheck is not going to pay for his new apartment. I doubt it. And then she even has something bad to say about Chris, the one who was married to the good person, and said that she hooked Chris up with one of her friends and said that he began to isolate her. I only take what she says with a grain of salt. He may or may not have done that. I don't know. But at some point, you know, she was blowing up so much, everybody was like, you know, just puzzled as to why she was so fired up. So she stormed out, child. At this point, it's like, Lindsay, get a grip. Like, if anybody is a clout chaser, it's you. Grasping at whatever attention you can get anytime the camera is pointed at you. I just don't understand how anybody deals with you, because it's just too much. Too much. But yeah, you guys, that's it for the special. Y'all let me know what y'all think down below. Did y'all enjoy it? Did you not? I would love to hear your opinion, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Peace.